Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Two Tired Parents Podcast. I'm Miles Weber.
I'm Heather Weber.
We are tired.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Tired, but festive.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like a fall color.
Yeah.
We're just pulling out of fall,
Yeah.
and into winter. So, I mean, that's kind of like the tale of our wardrobe today.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I mean, it was hard. I told you at home, I was like, well, now I'm not pregnant and we're back in studio and I have like all these options for shirts. And I got overwhelmed instead of like the same 8 maternity shirts I was wearing.
That's got to be fun to make you appreciate old wardrobe for longer is, having 2 kids. You've had 2 separate times where for a span of like 8 or 9 months, you were just like, oh, I can't wear all of those. But then you get to unlock it again. You're just like, bloop, 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 hey, okay, I get all this wardrobe. But I get where that's overwhelming.
I mean, your worst nightmare because you're like, you've had these clothes forever. And I'm like, because they've been new to me so many different
They've been
times.
new to you again so many different times. I never considered that. And it is an overwhelming choice, though, because I share a closet with you. So, yes,
I mean,
it's
you
a lot.
get more dresses and you'd have as many clothes as I do.
This is very, very true. I do need to get more dresses. But I also need to introduce our guest,
You do.
who's very patiently awaiting. We're very excited to have her. She is an illustrator, and she is actually the illustrator of this children's book, the Big Feelings book for children, which has become a staple in our home. Give it up for the very talented and lovely Anna Hurley. Anna, hi. Thank you for being here. How are you?
Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm doing well. How are you both?
We're good. Yeah.
Peachy. Yeah, we're doing great. I know. We're away from 2 loud little humans and 2 loud little dogs right now. So
I can focus.
we can focus.
My hormones aren't pulling me in a different room. So.
Yeah, we did a few podcasts in the garage just to kind of bridge the gap. And
Nice.
it's so hard to focus when you hear anything happening on the other side of that wall, and you're just like, okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah, we're going to pretend the
Yes.
baby isn't screaming
I
right now.
understand. Oh, yes. My baby's with my husband right now, and I have noise-canceling headphones on right now, so everything's great.
Yeah. It really goes a long way. I utilized my earbuds last night cleaning the kitchen because our son takes forever to eat dinner. And he was not being the nicest. And so I just put earbuds in and listened to music. And I just danced and did the dishes while he was saying mean things by me.
that I heard all of it too, so I had to give him like
Great.
But those earbuds are clutch.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
sure.
Greatest invention ever.
Absolutely. How old are you? You have 1 kid. How many kids do you have, and how old?
So I have one of my own. His name's Wesley, and he's 4 months.
Okay.
And then I also have a stepson who is 10.
Nice.
If your son is what, or your kids are 4, right?
Mhm.
4 and almost 3 months. The 10-year-old still eats very slowly, so that'll last for
Beautiful.
a while.
Beautiful.
Too. So yeah, extremely slowly. Just the
I
slowest
heard
eater.
his heart shatter when you said that.
It's like 2 hours, man. It's just like, and then even then, it still doesn't. Yeah, like, and now he like threatens misbehavior. He's just like, I'm
I
just gonna.
understand completely.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
How is the 10-year-old liking Big Brother role?
Oh, he loves it actually. So he kind of thinks of Wes as like a little pet. He kind of just like pets his head and stuff. It's kind of it. It's very sweet actually. We were a little worried about the age difference being so significant, 10 whole years, but he's been a great big brother. Not at all like they're just so different. Just such different interests that we're never worried about like our attention being like pulled from one or the other. He just plays his video games.
Yeah, that's helpful at least. But I get the pet thing because even our 4-year-old, he'll just run up to our daughter and just like baby talk, but then like excited pet her head, and we have to bring him down 10 notches.
And stop him from pushing down on her head like she's a rock'em sock'em robot. I'm like, dude, like you can't. There's no shock absorption in her neck. Like, I mean, you can't even see it. It's this like
They're very squishy.
yeah. So yeah, man, don't push down on her. She's not a Pez dispenser. What are we
Oh my
doing? So
gosh.
So
It's really funny.
it's wild. But I'm glad that the 10-year-old's enjoying Big Brotherdom because I mean, yeah, ours is enjoying Big Brotherdom as well. But yeah, it is very strange that they're always just like the head, like it's like don't touch the soft spot on their head. They're like this spot
Yeah.
right here, like this
You
one.
mean this? Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, they like to. Yeah. Luckily, like we've trained. Yeah, Liam, the 10-year-old Liam, to be a little more gentle. But yeah, there are times where he, yeah, they don't realize their own strength. You know.
No, no, not at all. And they also don't see the weakness of a baby's body yet. And so because they can't have that comprehension. And so yeah, it's a hard middle ground to try and bridge the gap on.
I mean, they barely understand death, but I mean, we could show them the Barbie movie and they could learn a little bit about death. Maybe that's how we're gonna break it to them.
Honestly, I do. Whenever we do have to like be like, Liam, hold on, I have to deal with baby. It's like we've explained that like babies, they are just trying to kill themselves
Yes.
at any time, at all times, and our job is to like prevent them from accomplishing their goal
Yeah.
of killing themselves. And so, hold on, I want to hear about Pokemon, but I gotta grab baby.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you can stop the baby from trying to off themselves, and then they get mad. They get viscerally
so mad.
enraged that you stop
Yes.
them from doing the life-ending thing. And
Yeah, well, that's their goal. So,
oh
there-
yeah, I
we've
understand
we've
the cutting
thwarted
off
their
the goal, but like just also the blind fury that I feel of just like, how dare you get mad at me for keeping you here longer, you little.
You get mad when she headbutts your chin and you're holding her, and
yeah.
and then she gets mad at you like you did it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, just that why like pop, and she'll get me right in the jaw, and I'm like, girl, this is not the one.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yes.
So
The 10-year-old does that too, though, and continues to do that too. So you have that to look forward to as well.
we're just strapped in for like most. So I mean, he'll be wiping himself more efficiently by 10. I think like
Yes.
that's the only difference here.
Yeah.
he will be longer as well.
That is the guarantee. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
With motherhood, we'll jump into that. How has that shaped your creativity when it comes to illustrations for books?
Oh man, so motherhood has mostly made me very tired as well. So I'm on the correct podcast.
You're right.
But so I find so honestly for creativity, I find myself with a lot less time, obviously, to get into that flow state, like I used to just sit and think for like an hour. I used to sit and just like draw and think and then throw something away, draw again, start over for like 10 hours. That I could be so laser focused with my work for all day. And now I'm lucky to get like a half an hour, 15 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
And so basically mostly it's shaped my creativity into small bite-sized like pieces throughout the day, and they could be as simple as like I get to look at a really fun children's book, that is really inspiring that I read to my son, or I'm looking for some fun toys or something, some graphic patterns from his clothes or something like that. So I am in that business, so it lends itself, even to taking care of Wes has proven to be inspiring for my work. So that's actually goes really well hand in hand. But as far as like clients now, when I have to actually go and work, it's definitely a matter of like, okay, I have half an hour, I have to just like bust out something
Yeah.
really quickly, and then like I'll get back to it once he's sleeping.
Yeah. Do you find that
And that
like
used to really bother me.
do you find that you like have to have a sketch pad next to your bed or something, like that you wake up in the middle of the night and be like, "Oh, this came to me," or like this idea?
Oh man. No, I mean, what if I could wake up in the middle of the night? I mean, like, sleep is so precious. That's, I'm putting sleep above all else at the moment. But yeah, I definitely have like inspiring, like my iPad and like I'm researching stuff all the time. So I have my phone and my computer like littered throughout the house. So if there's ever a moment where he is occupied with tummy time, I could be like, okay, I could just look at things or research something or even read stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
but not sleeping. That one's sleeping.
Fair. I feel
Think it's
like
precious.
I don't know how it would work for drawing, but I was even telling Miles, I was like, I get most of my ideas in the shower. And I'm like, I think this is the only
Oh,
time
yeah.
that I wish we had an Alexa. So I could be like, hey, take these notes for me right now while they're coming to me. But I don't know if there's a way to like have a waterproof iPad wall in your shower that you can just.
Man, that would be awesome. Yeah, no, I don't. But it is, illustrate for illustration. I think we forget that a lot of it is just thinking about ideas, right? And like I can kind of draw in my head, like plan what I want to do. And a lot of that is just internal. So I definitely brainstorm in the shower and it's awesome because I'm by myself, which is awesome. And I love showers, which is even great. So I'm like in my happy place. So I guess it makes sense that people have like good ideas in the shower because it's just like so awesome to be in there.
I mean, it's the only time I'm not hearing mom. So,
Right?
and
Yeah.
even that's some gray area.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I get to think. So that's where like that and like midnight are my favorite times sometimes because it's the most quiet times.
Man, maybe that's why stinky people are so unmotivated.
Yeah.
Right? People who smell it's like, have you not showered in no, not in a few days. Like, no good ideas for you then. Because that is a thing. Like, I've
No.
heard of people having good ideas in the shower because, like, you're naturally in a happier state and endorphins are releasing because of
Yeah.
the state of the shower and everything. You're really just kind of like in an autopilot state of being anyway because you're just like, all right, I know the wash, like. And so it's a very autopilot way of being. And so, yeah, I'd imagine that's a good state to be in for ideas to flow to you.
Yeah, and I mean we're so distracted in life in no matter what we're doing. And that's like the only place we can like be not distracted.
Yeah, that's very fair. Well, I
Yeah.
remember like before phones, I think it was a running joke online for a while that when people would go to the bathroom and they weren't taking their phones in there,
Yes.
they'd read labels on shampoo bottles or like whatever was around them because they needed to be distracted. And now we have a device to do
Yes.
that. So yeah, those are the distractions in the
Well, remember
bathroom.
back in the day on like breakfast cereal boxes, there'd always be so much stuff. I remember as a kid, I'd just read the cereal box
Yeah.
because I was so bored.
Or it'd have like a maze or something on the back, like, yeah,
Always.
something
Yeah.
to do. And so,
Yeah.
and that's kind of
Yes.
gone away. Which is a shame.
Absolutely. Bring back well, I mean, like, when was the last time we got a box of cereal off the aisle? Like,
We
there's
ate it
probably
more
still
before
stuff.
kids than
This
we
is true.
have.
We ate cereal more before. Yeah, because that was like, our snack. That was like our dessert.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, like
bowl of
we'll mess
Cinnamon
with a
Toast
bowl of
Crunch.
cereal. Yeah, a bowl of Cinnamon
Yes.
Toast Crunch or Reese's Puffs at nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now with kids, I
Well,
mean,
because
like,
now he'd ask for some.
yeah,
and
now
we-
he would ask for some, and we don't want to give him any. You're like, no, this isn't good for you. Like, this is a remnants for our childhood that's representative, like just the hollowed out center that is our existence
Yeah.
as a millennial. Like,
Well, I mean,
Yes.
I think our son's only had cereal at daycare. I don't think he's ever had
Yes.
it in our house.
No.
We've just, it's,
like Cheerio adjacent things.
yeah, like the Trader Joe's pumpkin Cheerios.
the Trader Joe's pumpkin Cheerios. That's about it
Yeah.
in a baggie,
But that was
so
like
dry.
a thing that I took pride in. Also, from our friend Chelsea, because she would always say, my son has had like a home cooked breakfast every day before school, every day of his life, and he never had to resort to cereal when he was there. And so I was like, I'm gonna do that. And to this day,
Yeah.
even throughout my pregnancy, our son has had a cooked breakfast
Yeah.
every day of his life.
It's true.
So
Wow. What does he eat? What's his faves?
I mean, we'll do like a whole grain, sometimes waffle from Trader Joe's, but in that he's also still
Nice.
having like either avocado or scrambled eggs. He has fruit with every breakfast, sausage, chicken
sausage
sausages.
links. Yeah.
And so, but he loves cooking, so we've been doing a lot of pancakes lately,
he's been helping with
pumpkin
pancakes.
French
Aw,
toast.
that's so,
So,
great.
But yeah, he's had a cooked breakfast every day.
He
So
has. He has.
so that's also why there's no cereal in the
Yeah,
house.
it's also why there's no cereal in the house. So, but I mean, like, it's probably better than what we'd have anyway at nighttime.
Yeah.
Like, can I be your kid? Will you make me that? I'm just kidding.
Right?
Well, I mean, because
We eat
I
breakfast every morning. That sounds great.
most of my breakfasts were, yeah, like cereal, toaster strudel.
Yeah.
Those were kind of like the big breakfasts for
Oh,
me as a
totally.
kid, and
A
so
Yeah.
muffin, like yeah, like a
Yes.
Costco muffin or
Hmm.
something, and that big pack. And like I can just
Oh
imagine
yeah.
being a kid having like dessert to start your day off, and they're just like, "Why do these kids all have ADHD?" And it's just like, I don't know, I don't know. It's not the 57 grams of sugar that they just injected into their bloodstream. Like, it's definitely not that.
yeah, yeah, just the packet from the toaster strudel, like the frosting that you would put
Oh
on,
my God,
like
yeah.
that in
You just,
itself.
yeah, I'm not going to put this on
Yes.
there. This is my drink. Oh, look, it came with a Capri Sun, but it's sugar.
I mean, like Capri Suns
Like
aren't
Capri
sugar.
Sun, but like thicker, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what draws you to illustrating like
Nice
books
wordplay.
and oh yeah, we're getting we're gonna go no segues, but I'm just thinking of the idea of like being a kid and things like that, and so like, do you like have a sketchbook as a kid and you draw all the time, and that's what pivots you into drawing professionally as an adult? Like, is it that simple, or is it more complicated than that?
Honestly, I always wanted to be an artist when I was young, but then I stopped. That dream has stopped because everyone always was like, "You're going to be a starving artist," and I was like, "I don't want to be a starving artist. I want to be successful." And so I dabbled in a few other subjects, and I was terrible at all of them. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go into graphic design because that's like art, but that'll make me money. This was like in like the early zeros, basically. And so I started out my career as a designer, and I did a lot of book book design, magazine design, packaging design and things like that. And then I got a job at a company that did like greeting cards, and then I realized I kind of really just want to draw. Like I have a design background and I studied design, but I really just want to draw. And I realized that there are actually a lot of jobs for illustrators. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna go for it. And my work became just kind of naturally very bright and cheerful, which really lends itself to children's book illustration and children's like packaging and like toys and things like that. And I don't only do children's stuff. Like I work on a lot of editorial illustration and I still do a lot of packaging illustration and like things like that. But um, generally, it's with a very bright and cheerful vibe, which just like children's stuff tend to be bright and cheerful and happy, so I tend to get jobs like that, and that's kind of how I stumbled into this as a career. And I get to draw fun things, and I'm really lucky and love my job, really.
That's awesome. And being a mom,
Yeah.
because it's almost like, with how Miss Rachel got started. She was like, oh, I wanted to see more things like this for my son. It wasn't there, so I created it. Do you find that with like reading your son children's books or kind of being in that a little bit more now, that there are things you want to bring to the table that you feel like are missing?
Yeah, well, so a lot of children's books are very especially like the old school ones, like the ones I grew up with a lot of the time, are like very watercolory kind of palette, is like very muted palette. Um there's like a children's book illustration like vibe. It's hard to describe, but it's like not very, it's not, it's like kind of muted and soft, if that makes sense. Like it feels very warm and inviting, and I love that style for sure. But I feel like in the past, I don't know, 15 years or so, like it's gotten a little more like graphic and bold and bright, and really like the style, it's very stylized, instead of very realistic looking. And I just really liked that style of illustration, and I really wanted to bring that more into children's book. I mean, it's nothing revolutionary. I'm not changing the world, but it's probably comes from a very graphic design background that I have, that my work is very uh, bold and bright and graphic, basically. So I there's a lot of them out now that are like that, like children's book stuff and like just children's toys and things like that. Very like what's like kind of like Scandinavian mid-century, that kind of vibe,
Mm-hmm.
basically. And I just wanted to like, I was like, how can I bring this into this space uh more? So I think that they're because you know the parents are the ones buying the stuff, but the kids are the ones looking at it, and I think it's like seeing something really bright and graphic and colorful. Obviously, is great for kids, and so um, I thought it would like I don't know not make a difference, but like I think kids would like it. And so far, I have done quite a few children's books, and it's been going well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have you found yourself more choosy, I guess, with the content of the children's books now, especially as a mom?
Yes. So actually, in talking about that children's book that you know that I have the Big Book of Feelings. Um, I have not written any children's books. I'm like employed as the illustrator, but I have been asked quite frequently to do books to illustrate books about feelings and like how to talk about them and like what they mean for kids and things like that. And like I didn't have any of that as a kid. Like I feel like it did not exist
Mm-hmm.
when we were kids. Like, I feel like we're all the same ish age.
Yeah.
And I would have, I mean, hard to say if I would have liked that as a kid. I probably would have gone over my head, maybe. But um, in my family, we didn't talk about feelings, and
Yeah.
maybe it would have been great to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I
At
think it
least a
would have,
conversation starter.
you know? Yeah. And so, like, whenever I'm asked to do, like, yeah, the Big Book of Feelings, I was really into it because I thought it was really important, a really important message that is hard to talk about for anyone, for adults or children. And so um, I'm very excited when I get projects like that.
Yeah. Well, and I think one of my favorite things about that book, because yeah, that's how we discovered you was through that book,
Oh,
is I think we put so much pressure on kids that like, go calm down, go do this. And they're never given the tools on how to do that. And I think we found that book right around the time that we put a calming corner in our son's room. And I was trying to come up with things. That's I think why I got it. I was trying to come up with things to put in that corner. And so we got that book and we've worked on it almost every day when he's in good spirits. So that way when there are big feelings, it's something that he can kind of navigate to and remember like, oh, volcano breaths or all the different things that are in there. And so but yeah, we put so much pressure without giving them the tools on how to
yeah.
navigate it, which I think is why that book is so great because you're dealing with anger, you're dealing with sadness. I think worried is on there, and that's a different realm that I feel like we don't talk to kids a lot about, like pinpointing what worried is. And so, yeah, it's been huge in our household.
Absolutely. Yeah, we give it to our son and he just takes it and he's like, okay, let me look and see. Because he's just starting to very slowly grasp the concept of reading and sounding words out. But he can identify the pictures. I mean, that's everything with the kids' book is just like, yeah, if we've got good pictures, if we've got good illustrations here, then it will stick. And yeah, he's able to look at it and be like, oh, okay, I'll do this one now. Or oh, I'm feeling this feeling. Let's do this now. You said that like that mission of the book made it feel like it was really important. Would you say that that this book is a project to you out of your entire catalog that stands out as being very meaningful for that reason, or are there any other ones that you've worked on that come to mind in similar vein?
As far as yes, the message goes, I feel like that was one I did. That one's a Big Book of Feelings. I did another one about feelings, but the one you have is much more robust and very like hands-on. That one was very meaningful also because like I feel like adults could use that help as well.
Yes.
Personally, I feel like I could have as well. So
Mm-hmm.
that was great. I learned a lot. And as far as other projects that are meaningful to me, any work that I do for like friends or family is always super fun and special because I get to make something that I know they'll appreciate for years to come. And one that does come to mind is that I actually worked on an illustration for a children's book for my niece, Violet, who at the time was probably only 1 or 2, so obviously she couldn't read, but she was the first baby of the family, and so we were all really excited. And my brother Alex, he's a writer, so he wrote the book, and then I illustrated it, and it's called Violet Visits the Zoo. And we only made a few copies for family, and it was but it was very personal. Um, because it's not directly a client project or anything, but it was at the time, one of my first forays into children's
Oh,
illustration.
nice.
Um, and a bit on the small scale, but Violet is now, she's 12 now, and so she still really it's yeah, Violet, she still really loves animals, and is excited to finally have a new cousin now.
Well, and that's pretty cool, I'm sure, for her growing up. And like I know our son, we got him like a graphic of him as a superhero for his wall for his bedroom. But
That's
and
so
so
cute.
I'd imagine for your niece, like being able to see herself in a book, especially growing up, it's like, oh, it's me on a
Yeah.
thing. Because our son also just assumes
Yeah.
every baby is him. And so to be like, oh no, that is me, and you put that time and
Yeah.
energy into it is pretty cool.
Oh,
And then
yay. Yeah, I mean, I do wonder what she thinks. I haven't talked to her about it. I mean, I did it for so long ago. I should ask her about it.
yeah,
Like, do you still have that?
bring it back up.
Anyway,
If she ever gets married,
yeah.
bring it to the wedding.
Yes.
And then even what you were saying about the book we have for adults, I think is so beneficial. And it's funny because during my pregnancy, I was really getting into like somatic yoga, somatic breathing, everything like
Yeah.
that. And I don't want to hit the microphone, but you have the butterfly one in that book
Yeah.
for like feeling anxious. And that was something that I was
Yeah.
incorporating even before I found the book. And I was like, oh, yeah, this drag and drop. This is what I've been doing. And so,
Yeah.
like you said, it's huge for everybody because there's a thing to it. It works.
Yeah, I could pinpoint any adult who needs it the most is the ones that are just like, this is stupid. And it's like, okay, yeah, you
Oh my
really
God.
need, you super need all of those things. They need to be implemented. Might have saved you a couple of divorces, it sounds like.
Right.
If we could have got you to know what your feelings were and how to regulate, man.
Yeah.
Like,
It
that's
goes
so
a long
much.
way.
It does.
That and deep breaths. And because even I was listening to a podcast, I think I told you the difference between stress and overwhelm. And it was talking about different ways to breathe. And it was talking about when we're a kid and like you're bawling your eyes out and your body just naturally does the like the double
Yes.
inhale, exhale. And I was like, oh. And then they dragged and dropped that into when you're feeling overwhelmed to do that, and it'll start to like decrease everything. And I've been doing it. It's
Well,
really
and we
helpful.
hear that with our newborn. I mean, because when she's coming down and she's laying on you from a big hissy, and then she's like, like just that little, and I'm like, okay,
Yes.
all right, I know what she's doing now. And
Yeah.
then she keeps doing it, and I'm just like, okay, like get it, girl. Why? All right, I guess we never lose that, because I'll be
No.
like,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good way to calm down.
So I've done it so many times in hearing that when I'm feeling overwhelmed, which is every day, and it helps sometimes. So yeah. But yeah, that book is huge. I think everybody should get it for everybody in their life.
Aw.
Right?
So
Yay.
and
It's also good to do it with them, They see you doing it. Your kids see you doing it too. It's just a good connection.
yeah, well, even we were just talking about that with our son because there's times where he's being a little extra mean and it's not the nicest to be around, and we were talking about like, well, what can we do to like get him to like use his calming corner more during those times? And so we were even coming up with, well, what if we have our own calming corner that we can go
Yeah.
to and take a deep breath, and so he knows we're not just like abandoning him, and
Yeah.
we're gonna go do the same thing that he's doing. And so
Yeah.
to practice it in front of them so they can know it's not just for them.
Yeah, that lead by example is very important. It definitely is. Absolutely. I think those as parents, it's just accepting the fact that like if to learn what it means to be an asshole is like at some point your kid's just gonna be an asshole.
Yeah.
And they have
Oh,
to
yeah.
see the outward consequences of being an asshole is not worth the squeeze of
Yes.
actually being one. Like, and so, yeah, it's just like, yeah, if you ever met a good adult, it's like, yeah, they were probably an asshole sometimes when they were a kid, found out real quick that probably wasn't good. So we should
Yeah.
do things a different way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's nice now that the
Yes.
conversations about the ways in which to do things differently are being had more. So, is it challenging when you're giving something, especially like with this book, you're given feelings and like there are instructions about like, do this, do this. Are there challenges to like having to draw what a certain feeling looks like?
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. In my career, I've probably been asked every abstract concept to draw. It's like draw, yeah, the idea of like satisfaction. That's like what? Or like the concept of like, impatience or something like that. And I'm like, okay, because it's a lot of it's very subjective, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to me versus what does it mean to whoever is looking at it? Um, Generally when that kind of stuff happens, it is when the project is very abstract or conceptual, I will just need to throw everything I can at the sketchbook and show it to the client and be like, these are my ideas, because like on this, and like which one of these resonate with you, because I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like these feel good to me, these ideas feel good to me, like these drawings to mean this, but maybe they wanted like something else, or maybe they're like this but like change this. It's like whenever it's like not something that's very clear cut, like draw an elephant. Okay, I can draw an elephant. Here's an elephant. Draw, calm, or that could mean so many different things to so many people. So like I'm like, here's like 10 sketches of ideas of what I feel like that seems like, and then what do you think? And that usually helps the client narrow things down, because if there's one thing I've learned in my career, it's that clients don't always, they're hiring me to do this. They're not good at it, and they shouldn't be. Why? I'm the one doing it. They need a lot of help getting their ideas out to me, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And usually that comes with like also a good art director. If there's a good art director on the team, they can help like basically translate. But if not, and it's just me, then I need to just show them stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works great, and they're like, this exact thing is perfect. And sometimes they're like, we hate everything. Start over, which has happened. And I just don't take it personally. And I'm like, okay, what about this do you hate? And how
Yeah.
do I navigate that? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, taking that many notes so that way you don't put in that much time to another thing that they hate. Because,
Yeah.
I could imagine the
Yes.
hours that go into those, and you're like, any of these 5? And they're like, none of them. And,
Oh, yeah. Yes. That's why we always start with sketches. So ideas and sketches are just fast.
yeah.
Here you go. And then it's like, okay, this, but add this, or start over, and I like this more, or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
all kind of brainstormy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is hard to draw certain things though, because it's just like, how do we? Because I think when you were
Yes.
putting together our
The
millennial coloring book,
Yeah, I was thinking about that when she was saying that.
she put together with Canva, just gave prompts to AI so we could put together this millennial ABC coloring book. It's just like millennial slang, and so but we got to like certain prompts where it was like the letter I, and we were like, okay, I got you, but then it's like, how do you draw I got you? Like, what's the sketch?
What does
and
that
so we were
mean?
like,
Yes.
girl holding money and giving like a thumbs up,
Yeah.
like I got right, like, and so it's really hard.
Yeah.
Well, the one I think was the hardest
Yes.
is we did for the letter U, we chose upgrade. And I went through so many different things of like, are we upgrading a house, a car, a career? And
Yeah.
I didn't like any of it.
Yeah.
And so I ended up just
Yeah.
going on self-care upgrade, and it's a girl meditating in like a field. And that's
Yeah.
what I chose for upgrade. But it took a lot of like what I
Yeah.
don't like. Like, well, I don't want a car to mean an upgrade or, anything materialistic. And so trying to find the thing is hard.
Yes. And you see, it could mean so many different things to so many people. Like, that's a great concept. But if someone who's like, oh, I don't meditate, I don't do self care, I want something else, like maybe that would something else would resonate with them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So that's a hard thing to come across. But you did such a good job in that Big Feelings book, because now our son can read, which is crazy. That he can read a good chunk.
Yay.
Wow.
But before that, he would just turn to the pages and be like, okay, which one looks worried? Which one looks angry? And just off of your illustrations, he's able to figure out what emotion is being conveyed and what they're trying to work through. So it was great, and it goes a long way.
Great. Aw. I don't know that I've had anyone give me feedback from an actual child for a book that I've done. So this is very exciting for
Oh,
me.
good. We should have brought him. He wanted to
Yay.
come.
He loves it. Yes.
Aw.
Well, and it was funny because so in the back of the book, there's a little bio about the author and you. And me and my
Yes.
son were going through this book every day practicing, and we got to the back page, and he was like, "Read that to me." And I'm like, "Okay, let's read the bios." And in reading yours, it said you were in the Bay Area, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Yeah.
So that's actually how all this came to be, is like realizing, oh, how
way.
local you are. And I was like, oh, this is great.
my
So
God,
somebody
that's
else
so
that gets
funny.
it. So
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. That's awesome. Well, thank your son for giving me this opportunity. I'm
all
just
the
kidding.
time, he wants you to read everything. And
Oh
this
yeah.
worked out well.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
But I mean, like to that effect, it really obviously the book resonates with him. It resonates with us. What do you think, from an illustration standpoint, makes a book resonate with kids and adults?
I think it is feelings, and it could be anything, right? Like, everyone feels, and there are different ways to do it. Honestly, even something as maybe benign as humor, it doesn't have to be being flashy, it could be subtle, but if like the adult and the kid are sharing a moment of connection, whether it's a big feeling or it is humor or it's laughing together about the same thing, I think it's just so important for kids to feel connected to their person, the most important people in their life. It's just like it means so much. It means so much more than we can say, or and then they know even. You know?
And I think it starts those conversations too, because I think there's countless times that we're reading to our son and a thing happens. Even like right now, he's on a big Cat in the
Yeah.
Hat kick. And like the
Great.
last page is like, what would you do if your mom asked you what happened that day? And the 20, 30-minute long conversations we've had
Oh
just
my
off
God.
of like there being a question in the book. And so yeah, like when
Yeah.
you're having that and they're able to put themselves in those things, I think is huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is why we showed him Home Alone.
Which is why we showed him Home Alone. Yes. I know. We
Home
had to.
Alone.
Yeah, that's how you counteract a lot of Cat in the Hat. Because I mean, the whole moral of the Cat in the Hat is like letting a
Yes.
stranger in your house, and so we had to show him like
Yes.
it's not always going to be a whimsical cat with a couple of identical twin friends he keeps in a box. Sometimes it's going to be burglars.
Bad guys. Yes.
Yeah, it could be Joe Pesci
Oh
in the
my
voice
God,
of the
it's
Wonder
really
Years trying to take you
funny.
down.
Yes. And while they're lovable buffoons, you don't want them in your home.
No.
You do not.
No.
As funny as it is to
No.
see them in
No.
excruciating pain that would likely kill them.
Yes. Really, really hurt them. It's confusing how
Yeah.
they press on. But
There's
yes.
YouTube videos that I forget who made them, but they went
yeah.
through every injury that they sustained
Like
in
with a
both Home
doctor
Alone
or
movies
something,
with a
and-
doctor, and determined like what injuries they would actually sustain and like which injuries would actually kill them. Most of
Oh
the
my
things
God,
that
that's
happened
really
to them in both of
funny.
those movies would kill them. It was
Yeah.
like, all right, now
Yeah.
Marv's dead. Okay, this blunt force head trauma. Harry's dead. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those
That's
videos are
really
always very
funny.
entertaining to watch around this time
Yes.
of year in December. So
Yes.
I do want to get, before we run out of time though, I want to get into the lightning round. So that way we've got time to get through this, because we like a loosely ran lightning round. We don't put pressure on people to be excruciatingly quick with your answers or short-winded. So thusly saying, we'll call this the cluster round. Because it's a cluster of questions that we may or may not
Cluster
ask
feed.
quickly. Exactly. Yeah.
We're all about cluster feeding right
We're
now.
all about cluster feeding right now, so let's just do it right now on the podcast. What is your favorite children's book that is out right now?
Oh, well, the one that I'm reading now to Wes a lot is I don't think it's that new, honestly. It's called All the World by Liz Garton Scallon, illustrated by Marla Frazee, I think. And it's just about like a day in the life of two kids in a family, and they are like showing how everyone's connected in the world. And it rhymes. And Wes doesn't know what I'm talking about because, he's a little baby, but it's really fun to read right now. because
Yeah.
it's like sing-songy and stuff. So that's my what's one of my favorites. If you don't know it, you should check it out. It's very wholesome.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all for
I love
wholesome.
that. I love a good wholesome story.
Yes,
Coffee
yes,
or tea while drawing?
definitely coffee. So much coffee right now.
All the coffee.
Much coffee.
Was there already a
Yes.
lot of coffee before pregnancy, or?
Yes, so much coffee, and then got pregnant, and I was like, I'm not going to drink coffee, and then I stopped, and I was a fool. I was so happy to drink again.
Yeah, I both
Yeah.
pregnancies, I was like, I'm really gonna, and I still limited it,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. But like the idea of like only doing tea, I'm like, that's not plausible. So
Like,
we're
no
just gonna
way,
do.
no way.
I did a half calf every day, and that's where I
Nice.
kept
I
them in the
wouldn't
ground.
say half. I'd say it was probably like a 60-40 to decaf,
Yeah.
and then they were like
Yes.
caffeinated. So
Yeah.
you were very cautious. Preferred canvas: iPad, sketchbook, napkin, or receipt?
I generally sketch on my iPad, but lately I have been using more of a sketchbook because I'm currently working on our Christmas cards right now, and I'm going to hand draw all of them. So I'm working on that right now.
That's
So that's very fun.
amazing.
Oh,
I
that's such a
love
Yeah.
that.
brilliant way to get out of having to take the picture.
Oh, we're gonna do Polaroids. We're gonna do Polaroids, and I'm gonna hand draw this thing because we missed the printing deadline.
We won't tell anybody.
So that's why I'm like, this is faster. I could just draw them, and then we'll send them out, and they'll get there on
Well,
time.
here we were like, oh, how thoughtful. And you're just like, we missed the deadline.
I mean,
No.
Deadline.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
parenting life got in the way
Yeah.
as it does, and
Yes. Yes.
I love that. Okay, perfect. Creative soundtrack: silence, music, or baby's white noise machine?
Um, ooh, music for sure. I really like music. And it's been hard to listen to now that baby's around. But, when he's sleeping, I mean, in my 20s, I feel like I was like, oh, I knew all the new bands and all the new music. Now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know
Don't know
anything
anybody.
anymore. But I still like to listen to music. I still love music. So
yeah.
Is
I
there
mean,
a certain type of genre though that you're banging with, like, or are you mixing it up depending
honestly,
on what you're drawing?
it kind of depends on my mood. I generally always like classic rock, like old indie rock. Old and like 60s rock, and then I also like old like 90s rock. I guess it's old too now. So yeah, like indie stuff, folk music, bluegrass. I like all that stuff.
that's amazing.
Hmm.
We found like with our son, especially since he's been a parrot on things like there's a band called Walk Off the Earth, and they do a lot of originals, but they do a lot of covers.
covers.
But everybody in the band plays
Fun.
like every instrument, and so he's been fascinated with that. But it's been a good way for us to like keep up with music that we like, but also know it's edited, and so it's it's a safe way
Yes.
to go.
Yes, nice. Yeah, I know. Like, for my stepson, yeah, he went through a phase a few years ago where anytime like we had music that played and there was any bad word, he would always hear it and be like, "Hmm," and be like, you guys, you're in trouble. Basically, you're in trouble. Like, why are you listening to this? And then when I was pregnant and I was like, baby can hear us, like, let's talk to him and stuff. Like, you can hear it. He can hear you. We were listening to music with like maybe a cuss word would come on at some point, and he was like, baby can hear this. Like, what are you doing? Like, you guys,
Hold yourself accountable.
it's really funny. I was like, you are so protective,
Oh.
older brother.
I love it.
Yeah, make sure
Yeah.
when the baby's hearing things they're not supposed to be hearing. See? If,
Exactly.
if your baby were a character in one of your books, what would their superpower be?
In one of my books, okay, so I could make a joke about poop because he poops all the time, but I won't be that crass. Instead, I will talk about, well, you don't have a picture of him, but he has his hair is crazy, as baby's hair often is crazy. But for some reason, he had, Jack from Incredibles. There's like a part right in the middle. It's like the only part that doesn't like rub on anything. So he's bald like everywhere else, except for the very top. It just sticks straight up, like straight up. There's nothing we can do to calm it down. We flatten it. It just goes back up. Like, I think it's just going to keep going. up forever. And so I feel like it'll have something to do with like his hair is his superpower, like Samson or something, that he can like whip it around or something. Because
There you go.
it's the number one thing people will comment on when they see him. He looks bananas.
You got your own
Man.
alfalfa.
Yeah. Our daughter looks
Yes,
like our daughter
yes.
looks like Hulk Hogan. She's got like nothing up here, and then in the back
Yes,
it's like back
yes,
here all hanging down like riff raff from Rocky Horror
yes.
Picture Show. And I'm
That's
like,
very
can we?
common.
I keep begging her. I'm like, can we please? She's like, don't you touch it, because our son was born with a
Don't
full
touch
head of
it.
hair, like a Bieber cut. Like he had so much hair, it was insane. And so I,
gosh.
when she was at work one day, I gave him a haircut. And it did not
You were
look very
mad
good
about that,
because he's
huh?
a baby
Oh
and he
no.
moved a lot. And so what was just going to be a trim had to be like a substantial cutting.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the person I think that saw it before me, Miles, was like, "You think she'll notice?" And they're like, "You think she'll notice that you cut her firstborn's hair?" Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
noticed.
funny. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. I feel you.
Oh, so I before she was born, I was like, whatever it looks like, you don't touch it with any clippers, with nothing. You just let it be.
No.
And so it's kind of, I feel
Yes.
like the universe was like, we're gonna test Miles's patience. She should come out like Rapunzel, but to teach Miles a lesson, this is how she's going to look right now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I hate it. I really hate it.
That's amazing. Yes. Oh my gosh.
All right, final question. How are you
Yes.
learning? How are you learning to give yourself grace in this season?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's a lot of like big feelings, techniques as well. And lots of long breaths. And like honestly, my husband is amazing and wonderful and perfect, et cetera, and every cliche. And I will sometimes just be like, I need to go sit down in a room quietly with no stimulation at all for like 10 minutes. And he's like, no problem. Bye. And he just lets me have it. And it is essential for this time of year, I think.
yeah,
With like family visiting and holidays and kids, it's just like so overstimulating. You just need you need these showers of silence.
yeah, just silence. Nobody needing anything. Nobody asking a
Nobody
question.
needing.
Just yep,
Yes.
it goes a long way.
Just zoning out.
Well, keep
Yes.
taking your showers.
Thank you.
They're important.
For multiple reasons. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Especially all the baby vomit that just spits up on everything.
Oh yeah, I've just
Yeah.
learned I should stop
Oh, yeah.
wearing black shirts. It shows up on those the most.
You
I
can't
should-
wear
Yes.
anything you like. Don't wear anything you like. Yeah. So I've
No.
been real strategic about my
Yeah.
sweaters because I'm like, we're going on the road this
Yes.
week, and I'm like, all right, I want to make sure there's no spit up stains on my sweaters. So I'm like, I won't wear this
Yes.
one. I'm okay with parting with this one and it being kind of stained and crusty for a while. But yeah, like that's pro parenting. Do not wear
Yes.
any shirts you like during the baby
Oh, yeah.
phase, because oh man,
Yes.
like they will zero in on it knowing that you don't want
yeah.
puke on that shirt.
I like that we're opening and closing this episode with clothes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
have to.
bookending. Yeah. Bookending.
Or a button. For those of you, if we're gonna keep talking about clothes, we put a button on it. That's how you do that. See?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Zip that up.
Anna, we appreciate you spending the time to talk to us today. Why
Thank
don't
you
you
so
let
much.
people know if there's anything you're promoting or how they can find you online?
Thank you so much for having us. It was so fun. And you can find me on, honestly, Instagram, although I've been very lax the past 4 months for good reason. My handle is It's Anna Hurley, so ITS and then my name. And you can look at my website. I have nothing I'm promoting currently.
Christmas
Let me think.
cards.
Nothing's coming out right now besides my Christmas cards, which I'll be showing on Instagram, I'm sure, because you have to like show like how you make it and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's how you mostly Instagram is where I'm the biggest and the most active. So yes. on there probably.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you.
This was great.
Yes, this was fantastic. The Big Feelings book for children, mindfulness moments to manage anger, excitement, anxiety, and sadness, written by Sharon Shelby and illustrated by Anna Hurley, our guest. So pick yours up. It's been a staple in our house. You guys will absolutely love it. It's very well written and very well illustrated. Anna, you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will hopefully talk to you very soon.
Aw. Yay, thank you so much. Yay. Happy holidays.
You're very
You
welcome.
too.
I
Happy
hope all your
holidays.
sweaters remain unthrown up on.
Right?
Us too.
Exactly. Exactly. And thank
Yes,
you all
yes.
for watching and listening. Sound off in the comments about your favorite children's books and what illustration styles you liked from kids' books when you were younger, or even as an adult, what you've seen today that you like. Sound off in the comments as well. That being said, this has been the Two Tired Parents Podcast. I'm Miles Weber.
I'm Heather Weber.
We'll see you next time.